World War I, sometimes called the Great War, was one of the most destructive conflicts in all of human history, killing an estimated 15 to 22 million people. We all know how chaotic and hell-like the First World War was, but what was the climate in Europe before the war for the great powers who fought in it? The German Empire was born in 1871 after a rather quick war between Prussia and the German states and the Second French Empire. The French performed extremely poorly in this war and were decimated by the Prussians, and after the disastrous French defeat at Sedan, during which Emperor Napoleon III was captured, the Prussians took Versailles. In the Palace of Versailles, the German Empire was declared, uniting the North German Confederation and the Southern German states into one entity. The French, as you can imagine, had a strong hatred for Germany ever since this event, and the country was consumed by a philosophy known as revanchism. The word revanchism comes from the French word for revenge. All around France, French schools were beginning to educate their children on the humiliation Germany inflicted on them and the loss of Alsace-Lorraine, an important region of France that was taken by the Germans after the Franco-Prussian War. Germany had already made herself an enemy after her war with France, but she also wasn't liked by many other great powers. Britain, for one, was getting nervous about German power. You see, Germany, like the other great powers, was setting up overseas colonies and building a large navy that could potentially rival the British. This prompted Britain to increase its ties with France, who after 1870 were less focused on being anti-British and more on being anti-German. Now on to Russia. Pan-Slavism was gripping the Russian nation at this time, and they decided to support a lot of Baltic independence movements due to this fact. Russia's support of the Balkans made them enemies of Austria-Hungary, and more of a foe of their traditional enemies, the Turks. Austria-Hungary had strong ties to Germany, and the antagonisms between Austria-Hungary and Russia led to hostilities between Russia and Germany. All this tension exploded on June 28, 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand was shot by the Serbian assassins, and a chain reaction occurred culminating in the Great War. To conclude, Germany's growing power, Britain's fear of said power, France's eagerness for revenge, and Russian support of Austro-Hungarian enemies led to one of the most deadly wars the world has ever seen.